Hello, I'm Will Bush, and I'm introducing the most smart, entertaining, funny, and genius person I know, Patrick Goldhammer, and he's going to tell you about the political structure of Mexico. I hope you enjoy.
Hey, I'm Patrick Goldhammer, and I'm up here fixing this satellite, just like Mexico should be fixing its government. Let's learn more about that. Hola! I was just taking a siesta, or as we Americans like to call it, a nap. So, Mexico has a bicameral legislation, just like the United States. That means that they have two groups within their legislative branch. Two groups are the House of Deputies, which is pretty similar to the House of Representatives that we here have in the United States. And, can everybody guess what the second one is called? No? Alright, it's the Senate. And the Senate, again, is pretty similar to what we have in the United States. And they both serve roughly the same purpose.
On your marks, get set, go!
Oh, hey. I was just training for my race. Do you know what they have in Mexico? Presidential races. Just like the United States. Except in Mexico, presidents can only serve one term. But unlike the United States, it is for 6 years, not 4. So, the presidential races in Mexico are pretty contested because up until recently, they've been pretty rigged. The party in power has been the PRI. The PRI is back in power, but they were ousted from power in 2000, which ended about like a long run to the PRI in power. What the PRI would do, sorry, I'm a little tired from my race. What the PRI would do is they would have voting parties before all the elections, and they'd give all these people like food and drink, and they'd have a good time, and they'd bust them off to the polls. Obviously, that wasn't really fair for like the common person, because they might not know that much about politics or like who they really want in power. But they're like, well, PRI just gave me a sweet fiesta. I'm just gonna go vote for the PRI, and that's why, in my opinion, I think that the Mexican elections were a little bit rigged. But now, going back to today's day and age, they aren't as like bad or as fraudulent anymore, because there have been organizations that have stepped up and really tried to crack down on that. So the PRI came out of power in 2000 to the PAN party, but the PRI is now back in party. So, I'll be talking a little louder this segment because there's some background noise. I hope all you guys watching this video know that there are 3 parts of each government. A legislative branch, which we have previously covered, an executive branch that we have already covered, and finally a judicial branch. The judicial branch in Mexico is very similar to the United States, but they're dependent. This means that every 6-year term, new president comes in line, all the justices of the judicial branch resign. Their terms are for life, but they don't serve for life. This means that although like they have the same constitutional powers as the Supreme Court in the United States, they do not carry as much weight. They don't have as much power because they're dependent. So each president, they tend to like obviously lean with the president that put them into power. Versus the United States, where they serve for life, so there's different presidents and there are different viewpoints of each justice that they put in. So I will leave you with this. Thanks for watching. Gracias, amigos. That means thank you, friends. I hope you learn more about the government and the setup of Mexico. I'm Patrick Goldhammer, and thank you for listening.